Welcome back, listeners, to episode 50 of Midnight Voices. Yes, the halfway point. 50 strange evenings. 50 nights of guests with haunted eyes and twitching memories. 50 nights of calls from across this wide, sleepless land. But tonight something is missing. Something stolen. Something erased. You've whispered about it. The message boards speculate. The callers demand answers. Yes, I am speaking of episode 34. Where did it go? Was it lost in the static? Devoured by the airwaves, hidden in a basement vault beneath the station, or stolen by forces unknown? To get to the bottom of this mystery, management has done something drastic. They brought in an investigator, a detective, a professional in shadows. Please welcome to the studio, Mr. Pike, private investigator. He's here to grill us, to shake down our memories, and maybe, just maybe, find the lost episode.
All right, Murmur. Let's keep it simple. Where were you when episode 34 disappeared?
What? You dare insinuate? Oh, God! If I knew, dear Pike, it wouldn't be missing, would it? I was here, sipping a syrupy macchiato and making radio ghosts laugh.
Convenient. Too convenient. All right, let's talk to the suspects. I mean guests. Let's start with your first guest. Claire up in the back.
Bought a porcelain doll from a yard sale. Its lips whisper price tags in the night. It told me episode 34 was never recorded. It was priced out of existence.
Lady, your doll's creepier than my ex-wife's lawyer. But thanks.
My porcelain doll is sensitive and usually haunts people who insult her.
Okay, Pike, you may interview our next studio guest, but on this show I announce the guests first. We don't just shove the mic in their face and force them to explain themselves. That show is in Studio 5B, across the hall, 3 doors down to the right. Let's keep it respectful. Marcus Dingle in the studio audience. It's your turn to be interrogated and ruthlessly raked over the coals.
Thank you, Murmur. Thank you, Inspector Pike. I've got a VHS tape labeled in red marker, "Do not play." When I did, I saw episode 34, but not with Murmur, not with colors, just static and my own face staring back at me.
Yeah, burn that episode, kid. Or sell it at the next yard sale.
Let's welcome our next guest in the studio audience. Hazel, it's your turn to be interrogated and ruthlessly raked over the coals by Inspector Pike.
My cuckoo clock insults me, calls me names. Last week it coughed out a cassette tape instead of a cuckoo, written on it episode 34.
And did you play it, Hazel?
Excuse me, Murmur, I am the interrogator. I will ask for the questions. So, did you play it, Hazel? Don't hesitate. Answer the question. Did you play the tape? Did you play the tape, Hazel? Murmur, can you shine a light closer to her face while I ruthlessly interrogate her?
Here it is, the brightest light we have. Here is a glass of water. Drink it in front of her, but don't offer her any. She will break soon enough. Make her sweat, just like I did.
Okay. I will answer the question. Just get the light out of my face. Damn guys. Oh God! The tape played itself. I didn't even have an old-style VCR. It just played itself when I laid it on top of the television set.
I think she is telling the truth. Our next suspect, Calico Cathy, will now come forward with her virtual deposition. Here she is, Pike. I can't look. Be careful with her. She makes hamburger with her claws.
Calico Cathy, you are a virtual, bipedal talking female calico cat on Midnight Voices.
I object. I will not be discriminated against because of my fur patterns. See my claws, Pike. Hiss. Hiss.
Well, everyone has heard of cat burglars. Spilled the meow. Mix Cathy.
I stitched a quilt from yard sale rags. One square hums like a beehive when I sleep under it. I woke up and saw episode 34 projected on my ceiling. Except, it ended with Murmur being interrogated by a man I'd never met. A man with a matchstick in his teeth.
That's enough, lady.
Our next suspect is Titus the therapy dog. Titus is a reformed junkyard dog who now works in security and production at Midnight Voices. Titus, my fellow co-worker, friend and suspect. It's your turn to be interrogated and ruthlessly raked over the coals by Inspector Pike.
Titus, another virtual character breaking the laws of biology in the virtual universe, an upright talking dog. In the real world, we don't have such interesting creatures.
Excuse me, did you just call me a creature? You're the one who was more like the cold virus from the Matrix movie.
Titus, you went to the same yard sale with your fellow employees and some of the guests in the studio audience on the day Midnight Voices missing episode 34 was released. Did you pawn it off in the yard sale?
No, it wasn't my yard sale. I was sniffing around for a place to use the bathroom, and then I bought a trumpet from the sale. It plays by itself at night, and a ghost parade marches through my bedroom. They march at 3 a.m. every night. Last week they marched in silence, carrying a coffin marked up 34.
Well, Titus, better than a coffin marked Murmur. Our next suspect is Dr. Virtual. Dr. Virtual was our first guest and now works as talent, consulting, janitorial work and production at Midnight Voices. Dr. Virtual, my fellow co-worker, friend and suspect. It's your turn to be interrogated and ruthlessly rake over the coals by Inspector Pike.
Dr. Virtual, you went to the same yard sale with your fellow employees and some of the guests in the studio audience on the day Midnight Voices missing episode 34 was released. Did you pawn it off in the yard sale?
No, I did not. You're putting words in my mouth and things on my calendar. That never happened. According to my time card, I was here at work. I deny ever going to such a yard sale. My cousin Lulu went with Calico Cathy to a yard sale, but I don't know which one. If you looked, you will see my Psychic V, our headset shows alternate timelines. In one of them, Midnight Voices is already at episode 99. In another, we never even made it past episode 12. In one particularly rotten timeline, episode 34 exists, but it's nothing but a scream. 2 hours of a scream.
All right, Doc. Enough of your cyber witchery. You suspiciously resemble your cousin, the humans.
I was wondering, Pike, have you ever seen the inside of a dog food factory? How the eyes make the crunchiest bites in the bag. Just ask Titus. He will tell you.
Our next suspect is Ronnie, the mad scientist, who used to experiment in his attic during lightning storms. Ronnie started off on the show as a guest and currently works as talent, consultant, production, and video editing at Midnight Voices. Ronnie, my fellow co-worker, friend and suspect. It's your turn to be interrogated and ruthlessly raked over the coals by Inspector Pike.
Ronnie, you're the producer. The tapes passed through your hands. Did you misplace it? Did you lose episode 34? Did you donate it to a thrift store?
Oh, please, go fart somewhere else, dude. I don't know. There never was any tapes. Only an MP4 file labeled Midnight Voices episode 34. I swear I uploaded it to you too. Lightning struck the studio. I woke up on the floor again. That's all I remember.
Yeah, Ronnie, likely story. The VHS tape was misdirection. I see. So in other universes it could be a VHS tape, but in this one it's an MP4 file. Like, I really believe that. You're suspect number 1, Ronnie. I might as well put your wanted poster up in every post office in America.
Dude, Midnight Voices doesn't work with videotapes. That's old technology that most young people scratch their heads and laugh at.
Yeah, sure. Likely story. I'm finished here. I don't like unsolved cases. That means I don't get paid. I go hungry.
Well, here, Pike, have a donut. Nobody walks away from our show hungry. Let's go to the phone lines and maybe the listeners can help solve the mystery of missing episode 34. Diane from Minneapolis, Minnesota, you're on the internet.
It was aliens, Murmur. They abducted episode 34, just like cattle.
Thank you, Diane. The odds are always with the aliens. Sandra from Boise, Idaho, you're on Midnight Voices.
Check the basement of the station. Think it buried down there.
Good thinking, Sandra. We'll send Pike down with a flashlight and a shovel. Chester from Fort Knox, Kentucky, you're on the internet.
Murmur did it himself. He's covering something up.
Chester, if I had, would I really admit it live on the air? Delicious theory, though. Brenda from Salt Lake City, Utah.
It's a cursed number. 34 never existed. You all dreamed it.
Oh, a phantom number. My favorite kind of math. Lisa from Seattle, Washington, you're on Midnight Voices.
I've heard it, Murmur. Episode 34, but only in my sleep.
Dream syndication, our new business model. Rex from Boston, Massachusetts, you're on the internet.
Maybe it wasn't a podcast at all. Maybe it was a ritual.
Chuck, you say ritual. I say podcast. Potato, potato. Monica from Phoenix, Arizona, you're on the internet.
My mirror showed me episode 34. Everyone had no faces.
I'd say that's still an improvement over my high school yearbook photo. Beth from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
I heard episode 34 once on a broken Walkman. Just me, static and whispers.
Nostalgia and Terror, Beth. The Perfect Mixtape. Rob from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Check Ronnie again. He's hiding something.
Rob, Ronnie couldn't hide a donut in his desk, but we'll keep an eye on him. Margaret from Clayton, Delaware.
The lost episode wasn't lost. It walked away. On its own.
Oh, Margaret, I do love a podcast with legs. Sheila from Newark, New Jersey.
My neighbor swears she recorded episode 34 on cassette. Now the tape is blank.
That's podcast cannibalism, Sheila. One show eating another. Delicious. Annie from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You're on the internet.
Murmur, was it you? Did you erase the tape by mistake?
No, like Ronnie said, we don't record on old VHS tapes, only MP4 files. Amy, I can barely work the coffee machine. Trust me, I couldn't erase a whole episode without divine intervention. Linda from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I saw it on shortwave. A broadcast no one else admits exists.
Linda, I love a rebel listener. Keep your dial sharp. Albert from New York, our last caller of the night. Welcome to the end of Midnight Voices phone queue.
Pike, don't you see? You were in episode 34.
Impossible. I was on a case that day.
Oh my. Silence in the studio. The matchstick drops. Even I don't laugh. Well, dear listeners, episode 50 has given us everything. Dolls that whisper, clocks that insult, trumpets that march ghost parades, and a detective who may or may not be part of the missing episode himself. Perhaps episode 34 was stolen. Perhaps it never existed. Perhaps we've all been inside it this whole time. Either way, keep your radios close, your donuts closer, and your haunted yard sale finds locked in the attic. Until next time, sleep weird, dream kindly, and if you ever hear episode 34 playing faintly in the dark, don't adjust the dial.